I'm on the hunt to find my next 5-star read, and I'm taking you guys along with me. This journey has been an interesting one, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Yan. I'm filming this at the end, so I know how many books it has taken me before I found my 5-star read. I started this video at the end of December and now it is at the end of February, so it has taken a while and I am a little over this, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to start off by listening to Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid on audiobook, because I feel like I've heard a lot of you guys tell me that the audiobook is really good. I don't know, it could be a 5-star, but we'll see, I guess. I already have it loaded and we're going to start.
Billy comes in and he shows us all the songs wrote. Impossible Woman. I said, you wrote this last night.
Let's talk about Daisy Jones and the Six. So I've been listening to the audiobook the entire day basically, and I've gotten halfway through the book, I would say. I am really enjoying the audiobook. I don't know what I'm rating this book yet, just because I know the premise of the story, but I don't know where or how it's going to end. And it's a very interesting concept. I think it's really cool to see how this band is like changing throughout the years and the things that they're going through. I'm going to continue listening and then we can go back and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts. You guys, there's always a plot twist, and I did not know this, but I saw it coming. I don't like this, but dang, that caught me off guard. I finally finished reading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and you guys, I got nervous for a little bit because this was almost a 5-star read for me, and I was like, I'm just starting this. I don't know if I told you guys what this book is about, but it's basically about these different people coming together to create a band, and they're known as the Six. This goes through like the late 60s up until like the late 70s, I think. They introduced Daisy. She got into music and started going to clubs and stuff, I think, in her teens. They get together and everyone loves the Six at the time. They're really toxic, I feel like, just because that environment and that scene involves drugs, sex, groupies, and like just alcohol, a bunch of like toxic things. There were a lot of relationship issues. It was pretty cool to see how each of them felt about just Daisy joining the band and just how the band was in general. Make sure to check trigger warnings because there are definitely some heavy topics in here as well. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars just because I feel like the beginning was not as gripping to me, and I feel like I would forget what the beginning would be like, but I did really enjoy the ending of this book. It was written as like an interview style, and just listening to it as an audiobook, I feel like it's the best experience because you get to hear the different characters. It makes it feel like you're there with them. So I thought the concept was really cool, and I just love her writing. The story was very unique as well, and it was just fun. These characters were like flawed, but I like how everything wrapped up in the end. It felt really real. I think the second book that I'm going to start for this video is going to be a Christmas book because tomorrow is actually Christmas, and I am going to read Big Nick Energy by Morgan Elizabeth. It's pretty short, so I enjoyed reading her other Christmas book, 'Tis the Season for Revenge, last year, and I really want to get to this one. Basically, this is a single mom cowboy, low angst. She's grumpy, he's a sunshine, rope play rom-com. So it just sounds really fun. So let's just go ahead and get started, and then I'll update you guys. You guys, I finally finished reading Big Nick Energy by Morgan Elizabeth, and it has been a couple of days since Christmas, and I'm just now finishing this book. So this one was a really cute and sweet, like very wholesome read. It was pretty spicy, so if that's not what you're into, then I feel like you might want to skip this book, because there were a few scenes that were pretty graphic, but the story was very interesting. I liked that this single mom was on a dating app and she matched with this guy, but it didn't work out. However, it did work out with his father. I think I am going to give this book, I'm torn between a 4 and a 4.5, but I think I'm going to stick with a 4-star rating because it was a solid Christmas book. The beginning introduced Connor, the son, a lot, but then he just kind of like disappeared. I wish that the author kind of wrapped him up as well, because I did like Connor from the beginning. I would highly recommend this for your next holiday read in 2024. Hey guys, I decided to pick up Done and Dusted. This one is giving me a small town cowboy romance, and I'm only 5 chapters in. I'm also like alternating between listening to this book on audio and reading the Kindle version, and I'm really enjoying it because it's a brother's best friend and it's really cute. I like it when they have history, but I don't know if it'll be a 5-star read. I hope it will be. The next book I decided to pick up in this video is Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. I've been wanting to read this book for the longest, and I think it's finally time. I'm listening to this on audio, so hopefully that will help me get through it. But right off the bat, I can kind of understand why some people don't think that this is appropriate to be a YA book. I'm only on page 69, so I'm going to continue reading and let you guys know my thoughts. But so far I am enjoying this book. I don't think it'll be a 5-star read, but we'll have to see, because I feel like I'm a little bit more critical nowadays on romances. I do like Mallory's story, like her background. She used to play chess, but because she's struggling to help her family financially, she is not able to play because it also ties with other memories that she has. Now she has the opportunity to play chess again. There's also this guy that is very known in the chess world. He's known as like the king killer or something like that. She's going to play against him, and I guess their relationship will develop. I don't know how that will play out just yet, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts. So I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I'm currently on page 100, and so far you get more of like the games instead of their relationship. So it is slowly building, and I am interested to see how they will get along. I do have to say that it's so convenient to do work and other things while I'm also listening to the audiobook. So that's like my goal in 2024, to kind of branch out and listen to more audiobooks, and it's really nice to have that Spotify option in there as well. Quick update, you guys, because I'm currently on page 202, so I have this much left. It's not looking too good for this book. I was very excited, but now I'm just trying to finish and see how the ending is, because it's not bad, but it's just, let me tell you guys, basically I keep having to remind myself whether this is a YA book or not. They keep mentioning sex, and I just feel like it's a little forced at times. I also feel like because this topic is mentioned, that something else is lacking. I don't know. I feel like her background story could be developed more, or just something else. I feel like something is missing, and it's a little random how they even got attracted to each other, in my opinion. I just thought it was kind of random, so that didn't really connect with me, like my interest in their relationship. I also find that there are multiple cultural references in this book, and I usually don't like that, but that's just my taste. Like 1 or 2 is fine, but I just think that this is a little, again, forced, kind of cringy. It's just not my style. I guess that the author wants the characters to be kind of like relatable to the time now, but I just don't really like it. Hey besties, so the next book I'm going to read is going to be actually an ARC that I received, so I'm so excited. It is called Off the Beaten Path by Madison Wright, and it is a rom-com, so I'm so excited. This one, I think by the time you guys are watching, it will be released already, so I'm just excited because I've heard some great things, and I just can't wait to let you guys know my thoughts. Hopefully it's a 5-star read. Honestly, this is going on longer than I wanted to, and I'm actually pretty surprised. I think I need to pick up like something that's not a romance, so we'll have to see, but this one sounds really good. Basically, I want to go into this blind, so I'll probably update you guys and let you guys know what this one is about later on into the book. You guys, I am 31% into this book, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I like the banter between the two main characters, and there are actually a few tropes in here that I like and I will talk about later on. So far it's a good sign. I don't know if it'll be a 5-star read, but we'll find out. Guys, I am finally done reading Off the Beaten Path, and it was so cute. I had so much fun reading it. It was like very cozy, and I liked the vibes that it gave me. Even though it's not as cold where I am, it makes me feel so cozy, and I just loved it. So I wanted to tell you guys some of the tropes that were in here. Basically, this is like small town romance, single dad, grumpy sunshine, kind of like boy next door neighbor, which I love. There's kind of like fake dating-ish, like pretend dating. It was just perfect. So I am going to sit and think about this book for a little bit, because I don't know what I want to rate it yet. Okay, I'm back to give you guys my final rating for Off the Beaten Path, and I landed on a 4-star. I really enjoyed the book, and I love all of the tropes in there. I just love their little meet cute story. This book didn't really have any spice, so it's a good thing for those of you that don't really want that. Also, I enjoyed the ending, because usually books just kind of have this ending that I don't really like, but this one didn't, so it was a really good read. I would highly recommend you guys checking this book out. I feel like a lot of people would like it just because it's already a small town romance. It was so adorable. Also, I forgot to mention that I finished reading the entire off-campus series, so let me grab it. By the time you guys are watching this video, I already have the off-campus series reading vlog on my channel if you want to see my thoughts and my reactions to reading the entire series. However, I didn't give any of these books a 5-star, so you just have to watch my reading vlog to see what I rated these books. But I guess that means the hunt for a 5-star read continues. I decided to pull out my Kindle, and I think I'm going to start Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. I've seen some high ratings for this book, so I'm a little optimistic. I'm going to go ahead and start it. I just finished reading a hockey romance, and that one is also a hockey romance. So I don't know if it's a good idea, but yeah, I'm just going to give it a shot and see what I think. Hey guys, it has actually been a few weeks since I've updated you guys because I've been reading behind the net for the longest, and I think I'm in like a little slump. I wouldn't say a full book slump because I am still reading. I still enjoy reading, but the books are just not hitting, and they're taking me a while to read. And I feel like I've been reading behind the net on my Kindle for almost 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks. Tonight I'm going to try to finish this book because I am currently 45% of the way through, and I actually do enjoy the story. So it has gotten a lot better. It is spicier than I thought. I actually picked up Betting on You by Lynn Painter first, paused on Behind the Net. I did enjoy this one. I didn't get to vlog it or tell you guys much, but basically this story is pretty cute like all of Lynn Painter's books. I don't know if I'm getting tired of YA romance books. I feel like this is the second book in a short amount of time where I feel a little bit cringe with the characters, and I just think it's the age. So this book is basically about Charlie and I forgot her name already, Bailey. They both bumped into each other on this flight and they don't really like each other. They actually end up being co-workers, and it's a pretty cute story, but I just don't think it'll be memorable to me. This one I ended up giving 3 stars, so I am pretty happy that it was just very easy to read. I just didn't really like the male character. I thought he was a little cringe, but otherwise this book was just like a cute little quick read. Behind the Net is about this NHL, and he is actually a goalie, and he hires this girl, I forgot her name. She is his assistant. She ends up living in his apartment, so it's like forced proximity. It's very cute. I am enjoying it a lot. There's also fake dating. They actually also know each other from the past, so it's very interesting, and I love that dynamic. Like, I love the fact that they kind of like grew up together, or like they went to school together. So I can't wait to see what else will happen. I don't have much to share, so yeah, I'm just going to spend my whole night reading this book. And I didn't know that this book was like 400 pages. I feel like that's so long for a romance book, but I guess we'll see. I finally finished reading Behind the Net yesterday. I enjoyed it, but I could have DNF'd this book just because it was just getting to be just spice, and I think I've realized that I don't mind spice, but I don't like it when it's just spice and there's not really plot. I thought that the spice took over and I got tired of it. I thought that it was a little bit cringy. I just don't like feeling that way, but I don't know. I just don't know. I thought that his little nickname for her wasn't doing it. I thought the book started out really like amazing. I was hooked. I thought it was so cute, a little cheesy, but then towards the end it was just getting too much and it felt a little bit repetitive. So I ended up giving this book 3 stars. It wasn't a 5-star read, and at this point, you guys, I just want to find a 5-star read already. I decided to pick up Bride by Ali Hazelwood because so many of my friends love this book, and I've just been so curious to know how I feel about this book by Ali Hazelwood, because this is something different. This is a paranormal romance. I hope that this one will be a 5-star read because right now I'm telling you guys it's pretty promising, and it's basically about a vampire that is going to marry a werewolf for kind of like a marriage of convenience. They team up. There's been this like rivalry, and I don't know what's going to happen. Right off the bat, this book is so refreshing to me. I feel like I see 5-star potential because I haven't felt this way about a book in so long. So yesterday I did listen to some of this book on audio, so it did help me get through the book, but I am like halfway through the book now, and I basically binged half of it in one sitting last night. I couldn't put it down, and then this morning the first thing I wanted to do was pick up this book. So already I feel like that's such a good sign. I actually wasn't going to annotate or tab this book, but then there were so many moments where I just had to. So now I'm like annotating and actually tabbing this book, and I'm really happy about that because that means that I am loving this one. So I'm going to continue reading and let you guys know, but hopefully this will be our 5-star read. I'm so confused. Why does he feel this way? towards her, but then he's supposed to have a mate. I don't get that yet. This part is so weird, you guys. Is he gonna be okay? Like, this is kind of crazy. Yesterday, I did end up finishing Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm so happy to let you guys know that I finally have found my new 5-star read, and I have so much to share. I've been thinking about this book, the rating of this book, for so long. I had to sleep on it and like really think about it because I didn't want people's opinions of this book to affect the way I feel, and then also I didn't want to feel pressure to give this 5 stars. I really thought about it, and this book deserves the 5 stars for me because I feel like I haven't felt this way about a book in a while. So I think this is my new favorite Ali Hazelwood book, so that means a lot because I really liked Love theoretically, and I gave The Love Hypothesis 5 stars. After reading fantasy books, I feel like I have a different tier for fantasy 5 stars and then also romance 5 stars, and this book was perfect for a romance 5 stars because this one, the pacing was perfect because it is a standalone. I thought that this wrapped up perfectly, and I just enjoyed the entirety of the book because I was hooked from the beginning, and then it got really interesting. There's like a mystery kind of like side plot or subplot, and I didn't expect that. The snarky comments, the banter, the tension, the main male characters like protectiveness, there's so many good quotes in here that I loved. So I love like a book like that because I love cheesy things, but it wasn't overly cheesy. I liked the other characters in this book as well, and the spice was pretty spicy, but I didn't think it was like too much. There's also that slow burn aspect to it as well. It was a little insta-lovey, but that's just because their initial meeting, they weren't really like enemies to lovers. I'm so happy about this book. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just like her writing. She still was able to have science references in here, and I did enjoy that as well. It's very easy to understand. I was eating this book up, so she did something to this book. So I hope you guys pick this one up and hopefully you enjoy it as well. There was like a message in here as well that I love. So basically I thought this book had everything that I wanted. I don't know if it's because it's a new kind of like subgenre, because this is a paranormal romance and I've never read anything like this, but honestly I thought everything was great. I'm happy to have found my 5-star read after 12 books. It took me so long, and I'm just like so happy that it's over because now I can like have different reading vlogs for you all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I have majority of the books here. I think 2 like Behind the Net and Done and Dusted aren't here because those were read on my Kindle. I'm so glad to have found a new favorite after all of these books. I hope that I was able to explain everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!